Welcome back to the channel, beautiful people. So, who's ready for scary vibes, scary tales?
Okay, so we have the Nomad palette. This is Haunted Europe. Ooh. And I'm guessing this is Count Dracula Castle. So I already did the swatches, so I'll insert a clip at some point during this video, but these are the color stories, and let's talk about the colors. Let's talk about some scary tales. So the destination is medieval Europe, and let's see, it coordinates haunted castles and eerie forests. Just in time. I'm new to this palette. It's been out. I have not tried any of Nomad's palettes yet. I've had single eyeshadows, but not the palettes. So if any of you have tried Nomad eyeshadows, let me know which one is your favorite down below. Here's a few that they feature. And this couple, they like to travel and then base some eyeshadows off of it to get to the point, because we have a lot of history. So the Haunted Europe palette, 5% of the sales actually go to bat conservation. So check out this packaging. If you guys can see the shift on the holograph, it is super cool packaging. I swear this sold me. As soon as I seen a few people unbox it, I was like, oh, okay. That is super cool. So it's an intense eyeshadow palette designed inspired by the dark fairy tales of Europe. It is made in China, so if that's something that you don't like, sorry. So it does have a full-size mirror, and those are the color stories. And like I said, I swatched them. Not typically a green person, but the gold and all of this got me, okay? So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna create a look, and we're gonna talk about some of the names on this palette. I got my notes. So I hope you're here for a good time. It's probably gonna be a longer video than usual, just because we got some stories to tell. So let's talk about Europe's most spectacular scary tales. So Mary King's Close, which is this little shade here, and it has a coffin. Isn't that so cool? I love the embossing. We're gonna use that as a base shade just because I like a base shade, but before, let's put on some concealer just to make it pop. That's what we want to do. I don't have any foundation on my skin. I'm using concealer as the base. This is Item Beauty in the color 220. Yep, Air Hug. So let's get a concealer brush. This is by e.l.f. And we're just going to place that in here. So Mary King's Close. What is a close? Many of you probably have never even heard of that word, like moi. However, a close is located, this is a historic close, by the way. It's located under buildings of the Royal Mile, an old town area of Edinburgh, Scotland. Partially demolished. A merchant Burgess who resided on the close. That's who lived there. This is a tourist attraction right now. Hauntings and severe paranormal investigations have been completed. If you love paranormal activity, leave me some ghosts, some cemetery, some ghouly vibes down in the chat. I myself am fascinated by history and the tales that are associated. Have you tried this item, Beauty? Because it is laying, okay? Lay. All right, we're here for the tales, though. Okay, so haunting, severe paranormal investigations. So a close is near Norloch, which is stagnant and highly polluted marsh. That already sounds super creepy. I will leave pictures of the places that I find the fascinating ones. So this close is under a building or a series of buildings. That's interesting. Just how they like built over stuff. I'm loving this. Okay, anyway, we have to get into some shadows. Like, we don't have all day to just be talking about concealer. All right, so Mary King's Close. Nice. We're gonna go in with the same brush. I love the embossing. Like the details, the names, all of that make me like a palette. If it has pigment, even better. So this is giving like light coffee. I had my coffee today. How about you? So I don't want to go too deep because I'm thinking purples. If you know, you know. And if we can get into another color, we definitely will. So let's just make them look like they're related here. All right, so I think I even have descriptions. Pause. Mary King's Close is a matte spiced pumpkin color. Like, oh, it's September, so it's already like fall vibe. So matte spiced pumpkin, which is perfect for a base shade. And anyway, I can just continue to keep talking, right? But we're not here for that. All right, let's get a few brushes. Okay, and then the next shade up here is Husqva Castle. Let me just, Husqva Castle. Ooh, super pretty. That's a shimmer yellow gold. Probably won't get into that color today, but let me know. Any of these colors, if you find them fascinating and you want to see a video, let me know. Highgate Cemetery. So Highgate Cemetery is this minty green. They're calling it a shimmer ghostly green. Looks very minty to me. And then let's talk about that. Husqva Castle. That's the gold. That's the Gothic castle north of Prague, Czech. Like in Prague, Czech Republic. It's a Czechoslovakian fortress used by mad scientists and Nazis. Constructed atop a bottomless pit. That's crazy. In the 13th century, from 1253 to 1278, on a rocky cliff. This already, like, if you are picturing it, I'm gonna show a picture, but it is one of the most haunted, considered the gateway to hell. It's a beast who lives down there, apparently, allegedly. Half animal, half human. creature used to crawl out from the pit at night. He is a bat-winged or winged creature. And this house apparently is to keep evil in. So they built the chapel over the bottomless pit to seal in the evil and demonic creatures from entering our world. Yes, so Highgate Cemetery was this minty shade that is located in London, England. It opened in 1839, most infamous cemetery. And let's see, it's comprised of the magnificent 7 park cemeteries. Creepiest cemetery was once the site of dueling magicians. I love magicians. And mobs of stake-carrying vampire hunters. Also love that. Designed by Stephen Geary, an architect. Among impressive Victorian and Egyptian influenced tombs are gravestone of Karl Marx, a sci-fi author, Douglas Adams. And so the 7 parks that are included in this cemetery are Kensal Green, Highgate, which is the green shade there, West Norwood, Abney Park, Nunhead, Brompton, and Tower Hamlets. All right, so the next shade that's featured here is this color. So let's get a description. The Hoya Basu Forest is a shimmery, foggy gray. I like that. I really like that. So the Hoya by Basayu Forest is located in Romania, near Transylvania. Sounds haunted. Eerie atmosphere, most haunted forest, and that's it on that. Next up, we have Ghost River, which is this shade. It is a matte phantom mauve, which I love. We're probably going to use that. So Ghost River is located in Limerick, Ireland. Let's get into it. It has the spider web embossing. Isn't it pretty? Pretty. So it's located in Limerick, Ireland. First ever witch trial was done there. Let's see. We're gonna use this like as our background. So in Kilkenny, it's no stranger to paranormal activity, notably haunted since the Great Flood in 1763. Oh, I love this. This is like a mauve shade. So let's drag this out a little bit, since we do want this to be a background shade. The other one was a base, so if you're curious as to my philosophy here, stick with me, because that matte spiced pumpkin is just a base. So we're gonna flick this up here. I love this brush, by the way. This is lavish. And let's go back and kind of sweep that out. It's good to have a base, so that way colors blend better for me. So no rhyme or reason, just I love that color. Okay, so next is this beautiful shimmer. That is Bloody Mary. And Bloody Mary is a shimmer bloody crimson. Ooh, super pretty. So Queen Mary Tudor, she had a bloody reign over England in the 16th century. That's where they allegedly get that name. And then the next shade is the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman is this shimmer autumn gold. So it's very, very pretty. Boogeyman, haven't we already heard of the Boogeyman? So anyway, he comes and steals, you know, whatever. Frankenstein is this beautiful orange, which is considered a matte jack-o'-lantern orange. Super autumn, fall vibes there. Frankenstein, we know, was a creation, you know, became a monster. Then we have Grindel. Grindel is this matte green. I'll show you a picture of Grindel. Grindel, matte eerie forest green. And it also has like some steeples there. And then next over is this Big Bad Wolf Shimmer Silver Bullet Blue. So Grindel is a character of Anglo-Saxon epic poem Beowulf. Have you heard of Beowulf? Descended from the biblical Cain. Grindel is an outcast, doomed to wander the face of the earth, revenges on humans, terrorizing. He is a monster and evil by nature for Grindel. So, and then the Big Bad Wolf, we know. Have you heard the story of the Big Bad Wolf? The Big Bad Wolf. And then we have Krampus, which is this beautiful purple embossed with a spider web. It is shimmer devilish purple. Then we have the bats right here. Count Dracula, matte dried blood red. That's funny. So Krampus, this beautiful purple, is a horned anthropomorphic creature from Central and Eastern Alpine folklore. I can't talk. During Christmas season, he scared children who misbehaved. He's considered the son of Hel, the Norse god of the underworld, almost the evil brother of Santa. Okay, and Count Dracula, we know of, fictional character from Bram Stoker's 1897 Gothic horror novel. He is a prototypical and archetypical vampire. Love that. And then we have the silver here, the catacombs. The catacombs is defined as a shimmer gravestone gray. The catacombs are featured in Paris. It is a labyrinth underground Paris, installed in the tunnels of former quarries, or queries, whatever, the little streams and stuff. So the story behind that, where's my paintbrush? The story behind that was that there are more than 6 million remains, people who built this catacombs to consolidate Paris after major public health problems tied to the city's cemeteries. So they decided to transfer their contents underground. Awesome. So I know we got to get into the look. Dragsum Castle, possibly the most haunted castle in Denmark. This is defined as a matte bat brown. It is a palace built in 1215 by Peder Sunnesen, Bishop of Roskilde, ghost haunted, allegedly. So a drag in Denmark means a small stretch. So a dragsham would be an islet by the drag. It served as a prison for noble and ecclesiastic prisoners, assigned cells custom built to fit their crimes. The 4th Earl of Bothwell and who is the third husband of Mary, Queen of Scots, were imprisoned there, and after it was destroyed and resurrected. Interesting. Gotta love the history behind it all. Okay, so let's finish up. Mary Cemetery. It's Mary, like Merry Christmas. This green right here, it's called a shimmer gremlin green. And then we have Black Forest, matte medieval blue, Braun Castle, matte ghoulish violet, and Spandau Citadel, matte castle brick. So let's talk about the rest while we create this look, because we're going to go into Braun Castle. But first, Mary Cemetery. So Mary Cemetery is located in Romania. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. This, I think they said violet, but this is super pretty. We're going to make it go up here too. And I'm going to bring back that Ghost River. I love this color. Love it. So, Mary Cemetery is a brightly colored cemetery featuring colored tombs, naive paintings or drawings describing in an original poetic manner, which I think is really artistic. Ooh, this kind of got out of hand here. That's why you gotta pay attention when you're doing makeup, because it can go horribly wrong. So let's do this. All right, lightly, people, lightly. This is super pigmented. I might do like a halo type thing. Might. I've already kind of diffused that mauve. But anyway, back to the story. So they have these paintings describing a poetic manner of who was buried there. And in addition to the scenes of their lives, creating dark humor. I'm creating some dark eyeshadow looker. Let me know. I love this color. I think I'll do another look as well. So the Black Forest, which was this deep blue here, mountainous region located in the southwest of Germany. It's bordering France. It's dense. It's evergreen. Picturesque villages. Stories from the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales are created or inspired by this location. Also cuckoo clocks, watchmaking, like all of that sounds creepy to me, like the cuckoo clocks going off. Braun Castle, which is that purple that I'm into, that I have like, I think pat, pat, pat. Probably will do better. Let's do that. Pat, pat, pat. It's like a smoky gray purple. Okay, so what do you think? So Braun Castle is also located in Romania. Myth, intrigue, magic, wonderful place of Transylvania. Who do we know from Transylvania? None other than Count Dracula. He lived there, allegedly. From 1211 to 2009, this place was inhabited. Bram Stoker character, Count Dracula, high above a valley, perched on a rock. You know, and then there's a flowing river below. Oh, the scenes of crimes, I'm sure. So from 1211 to 1918, medieval fortress. This was what they called a medieval fortress. Sometimes when they have a fortress, it's like they're keeping things in instead of keeping things out, in my opinion. And then from 1920 to 1947, it was a royal residence. And it was offered to Queen Mary of Romania. Doesn't say that she actually lived there, but Spandau Citadel was the one right here. This brick is located in Berlin, Germany, now a museum, was a fortress, and best preserved largest bat colonies. So, I have smoked out a lot here. So I want to go into the big bad wolf right here. Ooh, super. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, let's just bring it all the way across here. Oh, yeah, Those two go beautifully together, and it has like some sparkle. I love a sparkle. What about you? And it did have some trees, but like, it's gone now. That's the sad part about getting into a palette, is that you lose some of it. Oh, but this is like the perfect shimmer. I love it. Love it. Let's clean up a little here. And here. What do we think? What do we think? It's got like smoky eye to it. Let's put on some, I'm using Maybelline Lash Stiletto. I want to do another look in this video. What do you guys think about some of the ghost stories? Isn't it fun to know the names and like what they're referencing? Have you heard of any of these locations? Or characters, I should say, because there was the big bad wolf. What about Krampus? And of course, the Boogeyman. And I thought some of these places like actually made me want to go there. They say that there's hauntings there just because like they hear weird stuff or gives you creepy vibes. That's enough for me, you know, to want to go there. Check it out. So what do you guys think? Here's the color story again. And this is the look for the eyeshadow. I definitely want to go in and do another one. Maybe more out of my element, like with some of these greens and golds. So let's do another look. And if you like this video so far, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below all the good things that we've talked about, and let me know which look you are fascinated with. And I won't talk so that it'll go faster. How about that? Okay. What do we think? What do we think? Is this deep and too dark? I normally don't do greens, but I mean, I'm wearing a green shirt, but I find it like, I don't know, sultry, or I mean, some of it gives me like green mermaid, I don't know, vibes. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Again, what do you think of this palette? Do you want to see more looks? I totally could see like this quad right here. These three obviously go together. Maybe even this if you wanted to do a simple look. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Like, I mean, probably these two looks were not, you know, woo! But I do think I went out of my element on this green. So, what do you guys think? I love it. I'm so glad that I got this palette. I do like, obviously, this mauve Ghost River and Braun Castle happen to be my favorite. Big Bad Wolf has some flecks of purple and green in there. This minty shade that I put in the inner corner, that was Highgate Cemetery. Super pretty. I love it. I'm just gonna throw in some gloss. I'm pretty sure you can wear whatever you want, but it's giving me like, I don't know, something vibes. Okay, thanks so much for watching this video. I know it was long, but I wanted to get into some of the stories. If you appreciated this video, want to see more of these types of videos, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more. Stay safe, guys.